Good evening. Welcome to the Town of Southbridge public hearing for the Southbridge Community Electricity. The Town of Southbridge is holding this public hearing today, Monday, February 12, 2024. Call the meeting to order. The public hearing open at 6:37. We apologize for the delay. We're waiting on the presenter. This is prior to tonight's Town Council meeting. We're here to receive any comments on the Southbridge Community Electricity Plan. Southbridge Community Electricity will be a municipal aggregation program authorized under Mass General Law, Chapter 164, Section 134. This notice has been placed in the Southbridge Evening News and ran for 2 consecutive weeks. A copy of the plan has been available for public review on our website at southbridgecommunityelectricity.com. We also had hard copy in the town manager's office, and it was advised that questions and comments could be submitted ahead of time, either using the online form at the southbridgecommunityelectricity.com or by contacting our town manager's office. Tonight, we're joined by Rachel Fernandez from Good Energy. She was delayed in traffic, so we gave her an opportunity to catch her breath. I'll turn it over to Rachel, and then we'll accept any comments. Rachel, good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Sorry, thank you for your patience this evening, and thank you for having us here. So I'm just going to give a quick update on exactly where we're at with the plan and what will come next. So quick overview for those who might not know about how the program functions. In Massachusetts, you do have a choice to select a supplier, and the CCA is just an opportunity for the town to provide an option that is vetted by the town. And so that would only affect the supply service portion of your bill. You would continue to get the same bill every month. You would just see the town listed as the supplier instead of the utility. So you'd still get the same bill from National Grid every month. And so what's already been done, you guys have voted, as mentioned, to authorize aggregation. You partnered with my company, Good Energy, so we can consult for you guys and get into some of the nitty-gritty stuff to develop the aggregation plan. And so that plan was made available last month, January 9th. You guys made that available for public review. And as mentioned, that was available here at Town Hall. You could also get a copy online at the website that's listed here. It's always going to be available online. And we did accept comments from the public over the course of the month. As far as our personal forum online, we didn't get comments from you guys yet. Of course, you can still continue to submit any feedback even after the public review period is technically closed. But it's been publicized throughout the town. You know, we had it on the actual town website. We had it posted on the Facebook page for Southbridge as well. There was a running notice on the local access cable station. We did also have flyers created in both English and Spanish, since you guys have a significant Spanish-speaking population down here. There was a notice published in the newspaper, and we did also partner with the Kiva Center, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but the FAQs that are available at the Kiva Center are also available on the town website. So to get into what the actual program is supposed to look like once you guys get approved by the DPU, where you guys are looking to have a standard product, and that is going to include a little bit of extra renewable energy, anywhere from 5 to 15%, and that really depends on where the market is and what your goals are, but that can be decided much later when the actual plan is been approved by the DPU. We will also offer a basic product, and so that won't include any renewable energy. That is usually our cheapest product. So for those who are looking to really maximize the savings in the program, that's usually the product that we would recommend. And then on the flip side, we always are going to offer a 100% product. So that's going to bring the total energy on your bill to the all of the energy you consume will be supplied by renewable energy. And that is usually a bit more expensive, but for those who find that renewable energy is something that's important to them, it's a great option to choose. And so, like I mentioned, the review period has been open for a month. So tonight, we're going to take any questions that have come in, any questions you might have while we're sitting here right now. And again, you can continue to submit any questions or feedback even after the public review period is technically closed. But once the public review period is closed, our council here will vote to decide whether or not we want to submit this plan to the DPU, or if you guys want to go back and amend it, have any more discussion. And then later this month, you guys are going to be scheduled to have your consultation with another state department, the DOER. And so they're going to provide some additional feedback on the plan and, provide any suggestions that they think might help the plan out. So I'd like to open it up to questions. Just jump into it.
Thank you. So first, is there anybody from the public? If you wish to have questions, go right over to the podium, state your name and your address, and we'll accept any questions. Ma'am, you have to go right to the podium. You have to, oh, she couldn't hear. All right. So you'll take her question offline and comment? Okay, thank you.
Maureen Doyle, 771 Lebanon Hill. My question is, are the energy sources that you're going to be taking from, are they existing, or you're not putting any new ones in town, are you?
So the renewable energy projects that we take from are mainly existing, and we do partner with a nonprofit, so that will be an option for the town when you're deciding where to get your renewable from and your renewable content. But we do partner with Green Energy's Consumer Alliance, and they're based here in Massachusetts as well as in Rhode Island. So the projects that they draw from are local, so within New England. So we're not going to be necessarily building any new projects specifically for this program, but by buying from them, we do support local renewable projects and can help to get more online.
Can you go, yeah, if you have another question, go back.
I have another question. We have so many solar projects in this town, and a lot of damage from them. And so I just want to make sure that it's not going to be in Southbridge.
No, we don't. There's no new projects being built for this.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else from the public? Town councils? We go Council Marquetti.
Thank you, Mr. Town Manager. What type of renewable energy are you looking at to complement this?
So most of the energy, if we're talking about Green Energy Consumers Alliance, comes from solar and wind power. But we do also have anaerobic digestion that comes from waste power, as well as some large hydro. And with the projects being done in Canada that we're supposed to get a pipeline to, we will see more water power coming online as well.
Okay. We had someone come here over a year ago to talk to us about this, and we voted to go with this. So now, a year later, you're coming back to us again, and what you're saying is going to take another year for this to get going?
No, not necessarily. So since you guys voted on actually approving this process, there have been some major changes at the state level that are looking to speed up the process. So the DPU right now is working on some guidelines that are going to get the process down to like 120 days, give or take. Those are not completely done at this point, but we're thinking that if we stay on the timeline that we've been on, we could see approval from the DPU by the end of this year and start getting into that launch period.
So by the end of this year is a year?
Give or take.
All right.
For actual launch, the approval will come sooner.
So some residents have asked me, why do they have to do anything? If they don't want to be involved in this, they shouldn't have to be automatically enrolled in this. But the way this is going to work is they will be automatically enrolled, whether they like it or not?
Yep, and that's, totally valid, of course. We love to promote consumer choice. But basically, these programs do follow automatic enrollment just so that we can be able to go to the suppliers and say, hey, this is more or less how many accounts you'll be able to get into the program. And especially when you're looking at how often people actually open their mail and how tough it can be to communicate with the general public. If it was an opt-in program, we'd never be able to get really a good number to go to a supplier and get a competitive or stable pricing from them.
All right, thank you.
Councilor Shaney?
Thank you. Just a couple of questions. The automatic enrollment, I mean, you came to us as representatives of this community, and we voted to represent the community by allowing you to be part of that. So when this thing finally takes effect, the people will have an option to opt out, am I correct?
Yes, there is always the option to opt out. So once we get into the actual launch stage, everybody in town, every eligible account will receive a mailer. That includes a paid postage envelope that they can put a little card into and opt out if they so choose to. And even past that, you can always opt out of the program at any time.
And if they decide to opt out, they can come back in later on, correct?
Exactly. They can also join the program at any point,
Okay.
and there is no penalty associated with either of those.
As far as the renewable energy portion of the costs that you're going to entail to give us the better break, some people had concerns that you were going to build, and Ms. Doyle brought that up tonight, but that's not that. You get involved with a consortium of all different vendors. It necessarily doesn't even mean that the Southbridge solar fields are going to be in that particular consortium. So it's who gives you the better price, really.
Yeah, exactly. So Green Energy Consumers Alliance, especially since they're local, they're nonprofit, they're super competitive, and so we are able to get a better price on extra renewables than you'd be able to get with a lot of other programs. And it doesn't mean that we're building any new projects, but it does mean that we're drawing from the projects that do already exist around.
Correct. So somebody can still build a project in Southbridge here and doesn't necessarily you're going to be part of that program.
Exactly.
Do we know presently what the cost is of basic in the renewable energy portion at the 100%? Do we have an idea of the cost savings that we have?
Not off the top of my head. So the energy market is rather volatile, so it does change day to day. For the 100% option, we do have some programs that we managed are like slightly above what the basic service pricing is, but we do have a lot of, we actually just renewed like 25 some odd towns and cities where their 100% product is still below what the basic service price is.
Okay. I want to thank you for coming tonight and,
Of course, yeah.
and finally getting this proposal.
Yes, we are really excited with the DPU right now. It is looking very favorable to get this off the ground soon.
Again, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. Councilor Adams?
Thank you, Mr. Town Manager. Just a quick question, Rachel. What's the lead time? So if I know National Grid is going to charge me 20 cents, what's your lead time?
It's a similar lead time. So if the program was launching in December, say, you'd know by September what that pricing is going to be.
Very well, thank you.
Any other councilors have questions? This is a public hearing relative to the municipal aggregation electric plan. Is there anyone else from the audience that wishes to ask any questions in regards to the municipal electric aggregation plan submittal? Okay, seeing none. So the next step will be for the town council to vote to accept this plan and submit it to the DPU. So we would put that forward at our next meeting on
At your
February
next meeting?
26th.
Okay. And when was that date?
February 26th
February
is the next
26th.
meeting.
Okay. Well,
So-
again, thank you guys so much. All my contact information is right here. So if any other questions pop into your mind, feel free to drop it my way.
And for the public, again, we will still collect comments. You can go to the website or contact our office here at the town hall. We'll accept any comments, bring them forward to Good Energy. Rachel, I know it was a long drive for you, and thank you for being here tonight.
Of course, my
Appreciate it.
family's from Central Mass, so it's nice to be home sometimes.
There you go. All right. If there is no
Thank you,
other
everybody.
public comment relative to the municipal aggregation plan, I will call this meeting and public hearing closed at 6:52 PM. Thank you. Town council meeting will take place at 7 PM.